Welcome to our What I Eat in a Week. This week was a bit of a weird week for us because we were moving house. The flat was a bit chaotic, we were packing, so we had a few kind of random meals using up things in the fridge, but yeah, lots of really delicious things. And obviously starting off with coffee every day, regardless of how chaotic the flat is, you've got to start off with these little routines because that's kind of what keeps you grounded. Yeah, so we start off with our cup of coffee. I'm still on the decaf and yeah, I'm kind of loving it. Like I'm feeling really great about not needing caffeine anymore, so that's really nice. And then Monday morning, again, keeping things simple, we went with some toast. We had a little bit of bread to use up, so we went with a classic PB and banana on toast. We like to jazz up a bit with a bit of cinnamon. And yeah, that was our Monday morning breakfast with a cup of coffee, and also very wholey bread, I've just noticed. Hate when they do that.
We had a bit of time at lunch, so decided to make something that we could have as leftovers to save ourselves time further down the line. This is a cashew-based pasta sauce with some of the ingredients that we had left in the fridge. So this is going to be a creamy beetroot pasta sauce. It starts with softening the cashews by simmering them and adding it to a blender along with the beetroots and other seasonings.
What on earth is that?
Look at the size of that salt crystal.
Focus.
Absolutely huge.
It's also like, it looks like some sort of, like, chip. Like it's been sent from outer space or something.
Little UFO, a little salt UFO.
Isn't that weird?
That's amazing. Yeah.
It's actually really quick to make, and it comes out with this gorgeous pinkish reddish colour. We added the sauce to some nice chunky pasta and wilted in some deep green spinach.
Yeah. I think this might be the first time I've ever made a pasta sauce using beetroot. I've had beetroot pasta, but not beetroot pasta sauce, so no idea what it's going to taste like. That's really good. It's like a creamy, cashewy, it's like a cheesy sauce but with a hint of beetroot, which is kind of what you'd expect because that's literally what's in it. It was so quick to make because we had like the pre-cooked beetroot. So yeah, it was about a 20-minute, maybe even 15 if you've pre-soaked your cashews the night before. But yeah, this is a very tasty, quick little lunch. This dinner has honestly become one of my new favourites. It's something that I seem to just be craving like every week. It was actually a friend of mine that told me the recipe for this. I think she had it in a restaurant and then recreated at home, and then she told me about it and I was like, I need to make this. But it's like a lime leaf curry, kind of Thai flavours. You make your own curry paste using chili powder and turmeric and ginger, and then we fried off some cabbage and sugar snap peas, and then you add in this homemade curry paste with some lime leaves. We've used dried ones, but you can use fresh ones. Look at that colour, isn't it gorgeous? And then we added in the coconut milk, simmered that for a bit, and then added it in with all the veggies and some crispy tofu, served it with rice, and it's just so warming but also fresh. Yeah, just honestly super delicious.
Overnight oats is easiest to make the day before, but sometimes you just forget about it and you got to make it that morning off. So you can go ahead and do that as long as you give it about 2 to 3 hours to just sit in the fridge. It's been a couple of hours, so I'm now going to go and just get the overnight oats out of the fridge. In its simplest form, overnight oats is essentially just leaving oats and some vegan milk in the fridge overnight, but you can make it a bit more special, not just with the toppings, but as you can see here, we've added some chocolate powder to ours too, so we've turned this into chocolate overnight oats.
This looks really good. We've gone for a chunky monkey inspired thing with the nuts and the chocolate and the banana. Works really well. We've got a very busy day today, so a lot of what we're going to be eating for lunch and dinner is kind of variations on things we had the other day, so they're like leftovers, but we're going to try and make it a bit different. So we've got that beetroot pasta sauce that we made, but instead of having it with the dill and the spinach, I think we're going to try something different, see what we've got in the fridge, and then dinner we're probably going to have the Thai curry again, but again might try and think of a way to mix it up a bit, because you can get a bit boring having the same thing. We've not got a lot in for lunch at the minute. We've not got a lot of food in general, and we're trying to avoid buying more food unless we absolutely need it, because we are moving, so we're trying to use up stuff in the fridge and the freezer. So it's a bit of a random mishmash lunch.
It's kind of all over the place, to be honest.
Like, yeah, Charlie's having leftover chilli from like a week ago.
It's like on the edge, but it should be good.
And it's only enough for one, so I'm gonna have. We had one of these left.
We've gotten quite creative with your lunch.
Yeah, so basically, like we buy these when they run out of the vegan fish fingers. So we'll kind of like use this as a fish finger and have like fish finger sandwiches sometimes. But we don't have any bread. So we're going to do like a weird sort of like Caesar salad.
Caesar inspired.
With vegan fish instead of chicken. So yeah, we're doing chopped up romaine lettuce, some cucumber, maybe some radish. Again, we're just using stuff up here. Then we're going to do this little fillet thing in the oven and maybe like chop it up, put it on my salad, and then make a bit of Caesar dressing with this. So hopefully it'll be tasty. I'm sure it will be nice and fresh, and yeah, it doesn't look too bad for something that we have just thrown together, so I think it's going to be alright. Like these fish fillet things are quite nice, so I can't see why it wouldn't be tasty. It's like a deconstructed fish finger sandwich, but without the bread.
Tonight, Freya's mum's going to be coming around for dinner, so we need to make something that's going to be able to feed us all, but also leave us a little bit of leftovers. We want it to be something that's a little bit special, but not a lot of faff. So we're going to go with some sort of like pasta bake kind of thing. For dinner, we've decided on making a pasta bake that's kind of layered like a lasagna. So it's going to be a marinara and tofu ricotta. So it's going to be like marinara, pasta, tofu, you know, like a lasagna. So I'm just going to get started on that now.
We didn't have anything in for breakfast, so we went to the shops, got a few bits. We're going to make a kind of like a protein smoothie, but like a mini one, because I kind of want something else to go with it. So like a little protein smoothie, and then we're going to do potato rosties with some avocado and tomatoes. We didn't actually end up having the protein smoothie as well because the rosties were pretty filling, so we saved that for another day. Then on to lunch, we had leftovers from our beetroot pasta sauce. We wanted to make it a bit different, so we did this kind of like mushroom mince-esque thing. It wasn't very mincy, but it was really tasty. We did it with some soy sauce and tomato puree and kind of gave it a bit like a sweet, savoury, sticky flavour. And instead of having the rigatoni, we went with the spaghetti, again just to make it feel like a bit of a different meal. And it did taste quite different. I did really enjoy this mushroom topping, and yeah, I think it's something I would do again, and it was super tasty and very quick and easy having had that sauce all ready made up for us.
Oh, this is really good, Freya.
We're having the Thai curry again, which is the one we did the other day earlier in the week with the tofu and the cabbage. and the sugar snap peas. We made enough for 4.
Yes.
And we tried, we were going to try and make it a bit different, but we haven't really. We were tired and hungry, and it was ready.
And to be honest, it was already really good.
I think in terms of like us having leftovers, like this is what we eat in a week, and most weeks we are eating leftovers at some point in the week. Like we don't often make dinners that just serve 2. We often make them that serve 4 at least.
But yeah, it's a really good way to sort of like save a bit of time if you just cook 4 portions and keep 2 for later in the week.
So tomorrow we're going to be doing lots of recipes, shooting recipes, not for you guys, unfortunately.
No.
For
our job.
For our job. But that will mean we'll have loads of food from the shoot to eat for our meals. So yeah, we'll be eating that, and unfortunately we can't really share the recipes with you.
We can show you what we're eating.
We can show you what we eat, but we can't really share the recipes with you. So
they're not our recipes.
They're not our recipes. That's for tomorrow. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. The recipes that we make are often quite like healthy and fresh, so yeah, it'll be nice.
It's nice to have that all like cooked up as part of our job, and then just like have it in, because you know, we don't want it to go to waste, so we'll eat it. This morning we actually did end up having that protein smoothie that we were talking about the other day, and it's a super simple recipe. We've shown it to you loads in videos before, but to just go over it again, it's a pea protein powder with banana, soy milk for a bit of extra protein, some peanut butter and some cinnamon, and just blend that all up, whiz it all together, and Bob's your uncle. Bob's a good one. There you go, it's done. There you go. Breakfast is served. Hit the spot?
Nice.
Good.
Because we're moving, we have turned what is normally our studio / office, like where we work, into our packing room. So everything in our studio has been taken down and is like ready to go to the new place. And we got this shoot coming quite last minute. So we're doing it in our living room, so we don't normally shoot in here. It's all a bit chaotic at the minute.
It's a little impromptu setup just for getting this job done.
But it works.
It works. Tonight's dinner is going to be an absolute classic that we've been making for years. In fact, it was, I think, the first or one of the first few recipes that we actually put on our website. It's this one right here, the Easy Vegan Peanut Tofu Stir Fry. And you can see how much our photography has actually improved over the years, because, I don't know, that kind of looks a bit, it's a bit all over the place. But yeah, we're going to change up the vegetables a little bit. We're going to be doing it with some red cabbage and some carrot and maybe some white cabbage as well. We've just got some things in that need using up. But it's going to be the exact same sauce and the exact same way of cooking the tofu as we did way back in 2018. Because it's still delicious. So let's get on with cooking. So I've just got the garlic and ginger going in this pan, and I'm about to throw in the veggies. Carrots, red cabbage. If you find this starts to stick at any point, grab a little splash of water, and that should really help. In this Tupperware, I have just covered the tofu with a little bit of plain flour. Corn flour also works really well for this. I'm going to toss it all together with the lid on and then add that into this pan, which is heating up with some oil at the moment. So we've got our tofu here, our pak choy to go on the side. This is the veggies, which I have done in a little bit of soy sauce just to give it some saltiness as well, and the rice down here. And here is the final dinner once it's all plated up. Bon appetit.
Thank you.
The classic.
breakfast on Friday was some yogurt and granola, and this week I feel like we've had a different breakfast every day, which is not necessarily the norm for us, but yeah, I think it's one of those things where we were using things up, so it ended up being different every day, which is nice. But we had banana and nuts and peanut butter with some yogurt and vegan granola. Make sure you guys check for honey because they love to put honey in granola. Then for lunch we had loads of leftovers to eat, and sorry again we can't show you that, but lots of lovely salads.
Dinner tonight, we just wanted something a little bit easy. I mean, it's a bit cold, so we wanted something a little bit warming as well. So we've gone for a
pie and mash.
I forgot the name of them then. Pie and mash. Pie minister pies. We usually get the meatless moo,
which is like a jackfruit.
Yeah, and that's like they're like regular like beef pie, but it's like a jackfruit vegan pie. This is a new one that they've done in collaboration with This Isn't Chicken. So this isn't a chicken and bacon pie. They do another one which is like a vegan chicken pie called the Kevin, or the vegan Kevin or whatever. But yes, we are trying these tonight and we'll let you know what we think. You just had your pie and mash. Now you're relaxing with a hot water bottle. What's your thoughts on the mash?
The mash was good.
The mash?
The mash is
the pie. Good. We want people want our thoughts on the pie.
I liked the pastry, but I think I just prefer the moulus moo. It's like jackfruit. Yeah, I just don't think I like chicken pies. I don't know. I didn't really enjoy like the creaminess of it, and it had vegan bacon in, but I couldn't really taste it.
I think it was a bit. It was missing a bit of seasoning. It was a bit salt. Like it didn't have any salt to it, or.
Yeah, like I don't know. The vegan chicken pieces as well. I didn't love. Like the texture was a bit weird.
Yeah.
I've had the This Isn't Chicken like bits before, and they have been nice, but I don't know. In the pie, they tasted different.
Yeah.
Quite soft.
I'd agree.
I wouldn't get it again.
Stick to the meatless moo.
Yeah. But it was a nice dinner.
I think the thing is, like, compared to the meatless moo, it's not great. It's still a nice pie, but it's just because there's something else from the same company that's even better. Yeah. Why would you get the worst one? And
actually, I was just thinking, I said I didn't like chicken pies, but we make...
You love the one that we make.
I love the one that we make, but we do it a bit fresher with, like, herbs and lemon and white wine.
It was just missing a bit of seasoning, I think. Yeah,
it was too, like, cloyy.
Yeah. But
yeah, we also are now having a bit of... I'm pointing to the chocolate over there, it's too far from me.
You can't reach it.
Galaxy cookie crumble chocolate.
There's one piece left in there for you.
I'm going to save mine.
You're going to save it? Alright, I'm going to have mine. Got it.